lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. And today, I want to talk about several different things. But by the end of this podcast, I want us to all do a little focusing work to manifest contact from someone that we want to hear. So that's going to be our goal today. But I just want to talk to you first. I want to tell you a little story about yesterday. I had a success story, manifesting contact from someone. And so I was just kind of thinking about things I would want to manifest and playing with setting intentions. So setting an intention is just, the way I do it is just like I intend. And one thing that I intended was I intend to get contact from this person in 24 hours. That's what I wanted. And this is a person who I very rarely have contact with. We don't talk every day. We don't talk once a week. Like we can go 4 or 5 months, without contact. And that's just the type of relationship we have and how like our vibe is, right? Like that's just how it is. But I wanted to hear from this person. And so I set an intention to hear from this person within 24 hours. And I was going to make sure that I did not contact this person, right? That they would contact and reach out to me. And it happened. I got it within, I set that intention in the afternoon, probably around like 1 or 2 o'clock. And by 11 o'clock that evening, I had contact from that person. So, all I did was a simple intention. That was it. That was the whole thing. And so I want you to do that right now in the 5 minutes that we're spending together. So setting an intention, like I said, is pretty easy. The way I do it is I just say, I intend, and then I name the thing I intend to receive or have happen or do, and that's it. So in this case, like I said, I just said, I intend to receive contact from this person in the next 24 hours. And I got it. Now, what can hold you back from something like that? Let's just talk through that. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times in the last few weeks, so maybe it's just on our mind. Maybe the people listening to this podcast are having this sort of feeling. One thing that can hold us back from setting intentions like that is the fear that we're not going to get it. And I want you to really think to yourself, like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you don't get it? One, it can kind of undermine your belief in manifesting, and I totally understand that. And so if you still have really shaky faith, I just encourage you to try different things. Try and experiment with intentions and see how it goes for you. And then if you don't get something, let's say I had not manifested contact with this person within 24 hours and I still, it's been 24 hours at this point and I still hadn't heard from them. Like, what are my options? So one option is I could just continue to manifest it. I could even look at my manifestation yesterday. Like, I didn't do a lot of work. I just made that intention statement and that decision. And that was it. And so I could maybe be like, maybe I wasn't focused. Maybe I didn't focus long enough on it to get what I intended to get. And I could up my focus game. I could also look at it and just say, yeah, that's okay. Like, maybe the timing's just off. And that's okay, right? But the skill that I'm trying to demonstrate with these things is like, you can self-soothe to really to continue on manifesting exactly what you want, right? Because your only other option really is just to give up. And actually giving up sometimes works and brings your manifestation to you, because any tension that you have, any sort of attachment to the outcome, or just the feeling, the way I want to describe it inside of myself is like kind of a strong negative desire. Like, I really want this to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's going to be bad. So this is the other thing I wanted to share with you today. Anytime that something that you don't want to happen happens, or the opposite, something that you do want to happen doesn't happen, like finding a way to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. I'm the God of my reality. everything is good. This is fine. I'm going to continue on is good, and it helps you become a better manifester. And I know that is a really hard place to get to, where it can be. It was, I mean, I have had that breakthrough like at some time ago now, but it was one of the harder breakthroughs for me. So I want you to really just practice this. Remember, this is happening privately in your own internal imagination, your own internal world. Like, nobody knows the intentions that you set. And I really encourage you to keep those private and to yourself. And just practice them until you get exactly what you want. And don't be afraid of that disappointing feeling, or of like finding out manifesting doesn't work, because I promise you it does work. You just have to work through the individual nuances of your own internal world and your own sort of beliefs and hang-ups and things that you've got going. We all have them, and all manifestors, even manifestors who are really good at manifesting things, still uncover new things about manifesting all of the time, and about how their own process works. So, and I don't really care what other coaches are out here saying. Like, all of us have things that we're still learning about our own manifesting process and our own ability to manifest. So you have to start that journey somewhere, and I encourage you to start it right now. So set an intention to hear from someone right now as you're listening to my voice that you want to hear from. Say, I intend to hear from, name the person, within 24 hours. And just see what happens, and then let it go and move on with your evening or your morning or your afternoon, and then just see what happens. And if it doesn't happen, be like, you know what, I know that's okay. And if it does happen, celebrate in the success story. So with that, thank you so much for listening, and may you manifest exactly what you want and contact within 24 hours from the person you want to hear from. Thank you.